How's it going, everybody? We're back with another new player video. Today we're going to be talking about hitting level 70. It's huge. You unlock so many things that you need to get done because you're going to gather a lot of resources from it. So in this video, we're going to break that down so you don't miss a single thing. If you like this video, please make sure you leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. But for right now, let's get into it. Starting with the things to do. So let's start talking about the campaigns, including the Heroes campaign, the Villains campaign, the Nexus campaign, Do More campaign, and the Incursion campaign. Yeah. You unlock all that. So the Heroes campaign, you unlock chapter 7, and this is where you have to start. Now, unfortunately, there are tags on these nodes. There is a city tag. I'll let you know right now that I was able to 3-star everything with a team that's actually a lot smaller than this. My team was around 250k, and I was able to get through it. Basically, I just used the new warriors. We've been building them up since the start, so hopefully you have been as well. They'll get through it quite easily. The global characters, they're going to walk through this as well, just because your Extreme X-Men team, if you started around the same time as I am, and if you've just been playing, they've been throwing shards at you, they're going to walk through it. And the Cosmic section, well, there's so many good Cosmic characters. This one was very easy. The only character worth farming in this section is going to be your Firestar. However, I would suggest you unlock She-Hulk. You're going to need her for Apocalypse eventually. You don't have to use energy, because you're going to get it over time. Alright, moving on over to the Villains campaign, we get a little bit trickier here. We need AIM, Hydra, Sinister Six, but if you've been following the recommendations of this channel, your Sinister Six is up to date. Your Mystic characters, well, we unlocked Morgan Le Fay when we hit level 65. Hela is on chapters 3, 9 of this Villains campaign. Unlock her, and those two characters will definitely carry you through it. But if not, make sure you go unlock Sylvie of the Bifrost team and get Loki for free, plus farm them up, also on the Bifrost team, and they will walk through that section. And then finally, the non-restricted section after that. And this is going to be the only character worth farming. This is going to be your Gwenpool. She used to be in the Blitz campaign, no longer, so we got to farm her up the old-fashioned way. Not my favorite change they made, let me tell you. Alright, but once we've beaten the villains and the heroes, we unlock the Nexus campaign. And it's very lackluster. So there's Bucky Barnes here, unrestricted. There's the Red Guardian, where you need Kree, Guardian, Asgardian. Again, if you have your Bifrost team, it's kind of fine. And finally, it leads to Mockingbird, Shield Brotherhood, and the X-Men team. If you have your Extreme X-Men, you'll walk through it. The reason this is kind of lackluster is because we already have a new skill team. So Bucky Barnes, you don't really need to go for anymore. If you haven't already built the Invaders, don't do it. Just wait for Spider Society. Red Guardian is definitely like power crept out of the game. If you're a new player, there's really no reason to build him up. And Mockingbird is right now in the Blitz Store. She should remain in there for quite a while, so not really worth your energy farming there either. And then, once you beat the Nexus campaign, you unlock the first chapter of the Doom War campaign. This campaign is almost a hard skip for all new players. So, Polaris, you might want her for... Not really. I was going to say for the Nova unlock, but you don't really use them. You're going to need Hero Mutants for that. That's your Extreme team, not a big problem. Dark Beast, Hero Mystics, or Guardians. This is going to be like your Gamora, your Eternals. So you'll get through this easily enough, and you do need to unlock Dark Beast for Apocalypse, so this is fine. And then there's Surfer, who you need Shield, Wave 1 Avenger, Fantastic Four. I believe I used Shield characters for the most part. And Thing, because I have them for New Avengers. Surfer, unfortunately, as cool as he is as a character, is not really one that you want to put your energy into farming, unfortunately. Alright, then you can see chapters 2, 3, and 4 are still locked. I need to beat the previous chapter for each one, plus hit level 75. And there's a bunch of restrictions. You can see here, for the first node of chapter 4, I need Spider-Verse, New Warriors, Heroes for Hire. So there's a couple really annoying tags that we're going to have to deal with, but we'll deal with that when we hit 75. The other campaign that we unlocked was the Incursion campaign. So you see, I beat all the way up to chapter 2. I could go further in the campaign, and I probably should, but the thing is, it starts getting very specific with its tags that we just talked about. You need specific tags at this point, namely 6 red stars on bio and skill characters. I could definitely get through it with this team if I just built this team up and put the right T3s on them, the purple ability materials. Not super worth my effort, though. Instead, what I would suggest is just get as far as you can, hopefully at least to chapter 2. Farm these nodes. Never let your energy cap, because as you see, this is basically going to solve red stars for you. I can now bring up any single character I use all the way to 5 red stars very quickly and 7 red stars moderately quickly. Like, red stars are mostly solved in this game because of this campaign, but you never want to let yourself cap out on energy. I also would not suggest doing the 50 core refreshes here. There's better ways to spend it. In fact, some of the characters we talked about in the other campaigns, those are going to be my main focus, because Hela is now farmable. I'm farming her, but I'm also farming my new warriors, as they're currently meta in the game, and so we'll still have about 6 months of life left. If you check the time this video is posted, it's been more than 6 months. Probably abandoned ship. Check out the newest farming guide that we have out. All right. So besides the campaigns, we also unlocked the next iteration of the Dark Dimension, and that is going to be our Dark Dimension 2. So let's go into Dark Dimension. I've already beat it. Luckily, if you have newer characters, it is very, very, very easy. Actually, I haven't beat the last node yet. It is an extremely easy mode. With the new teams, you just walk over it. As soon as you hit level 70, you can bring your characters up to level 70, as you see on the left. You can put gear tier 13 on them. You should have an adequate amount of orange or purple gear because it rains it on you. And then this is very, very easy. So this is my extreme team. Yeah, they're my arena team. I have a couple T4s into them. But just look at the ease at which we take them out. Just for your knowledge, this is not how it was when the crop of veteran players did Dark Dimension 2. This was like a 7 or 8 node hit. It was very difficult, so happy to say that it's no longer as difficult. And you don't need to beat this all in one day, guys. But remember, you got to beat Dark Dimensions 2 times each. So when you beat it the first time, that's cool. You unlock a baby Ultron to get a bunch of resources. You have to wait until the next day resets. Go right back in, get all your stuff, and do it again. And as you can see, we're just going to walk over this. We'll let this play out so you guys can see sort of how these new teams handle it, because I find it kind of funny. It's definitely a blast from the past. Now, I'm hearing in my chat right now, because we are live on Twitch, that Dark Dimension 3 is still a pain. Dark Dimension 3 is where we start having to build particular teams. We have to do, I believe it is City, Cosmic, and Global. I don't think there's a Legendary section on that one. So we'll have actual recommendations for teams when we hit level 75 for Dark Dimension 3. But for Dark Dimension 2, which is the video you're watching right now, very, very, very easy. All right, so moving on, you then need to start looking at the other characters, the legendary characters that have their Scourge-like events. And that's going to be your Green Goblin, your Black Cat, and your Nova. They're found in the same area as your Dark Dimension 2. And I will say, when we had the Morgan Le Fay, Red Hulk, and Rogue, sorry about to sneeze, and Archangel Scourges, we were able to get them for the most part. Red Hulk was a little bit of a pain, but we eventually got there at level 65. I'm not sure that's going to be the case with these guys. It probably would be if we had all the T3s in them, but just for instance, look at the Green Goblin one. If I go in here with my New Avengers Rebirth Hybrid, which isn't optimal, but even if we just look at, we go in here, my Captain America is built up. Watch how quickly he dies. Now, it's important to note that when you hit level 75, you have a giant stat increase from putting gear tier 14 on your characters, but also you unlock the next level of ISO, and that's going to be an additional 5% stats across the board, plus all the stuff you get from the blue ISO, which is really impactful. So you can see here, not really possible to get them unlocked at level 70, unfortunately. We're going to have to wait till we get to level 75, and we'll go from there. The next thing we're going to unlock is the challenges. Now, the challenges are very easy. So I've already done them. This tier 11 was, you know, I had to hit level 70. I just got in there. I didn't even look at the team because the guys were building up. You just build them up. And I just went in here and I literally hit auto, took 0 brain power, and it was just done. Yeah, it's that easy, especially if you got like your Eternals unlocked. They're now more available. Deathpool, we got her from this anniversary event. If not, you hopefully have gotten her from the Milestone 2 orb. Kestrel's our Dark Dimension 1 character, so this particular challenge was obviously very, very easy. Save squad. So not at level 70, but at level 71, you're going to unlock more save squads. I don't know off the top of my head how much it is, but right now we're stuck with 15 save squads each, and that's really bad. It really hurts us on blitz events, and it's not fun. And I know you guys feel the same way I do if you've been playing the game so far. So this is going to explode. I want to say it goes all the way up to 40. And if it does, then basically for the blitz events, I will, in that video, make a blitz save squad roster for you guys to use to get as many wins as possible. And finally, the last thing that we're going to unlock at level 70 is the ability to upgrade all of our T4 abilities. So up to level, I forget which level it is. I want to say it was 64 for the passive, 65 for the basic, 8 for the special, and then 70 for the ultimate. So let's pick a character who has a really strong ultimate, like Namor, for instance. If I had enough T4 ability materials, which is that orange material in the bottom right, I'd be able to upgrade this ability, and the ultimates are often one of the most valuable T4 upgrades you could do on a given character. So if you've been gathering them and you haven't spent much, you hit level 70, I would suggest going to your arena team. Let me go pick one of my arena characters, Cyclops, for instance, and take a look at what their T4 on their ultimate does. So for Cyclops, it would clear revive once, do initial damage, and apply slow for 2 turns. Very, very powerful. Probably something I'm going to look into in the near future. All right, so that's going to be it for when you hit level 70, and I say that's it, but listen, that was a big list, right? What's next? Well, we hit level 75. We talked about this briefly. We're going to get a huge stat jump with Gear Tier 14. That's when we're probably going to tackle the Nova, Black Cat, and Green Goblin. I will build up the teams to level 70 with the right ability materials on them before that and see if we can get in there sooner, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Dark Dimension 3, we talked about it as well. That's where we're going to unlock Dr. Doom. I actually think we might need Dr. Doom to unlock Nova. We'll definitely talk about that. Doom Wars Chapter 2, 3, and 4, we touched on that. They will unlock as well, but again, not a high priority. Instead, the Heroes Assembled and the Villains United chapters, that's where Scopely is putting the newest, most impactful characters. That's when we're going to definitely start hard swapping from farming, maybe a little bit of blue gear here, a little bit of purple gear there, and just going for character shards, because those characters are going to be highly impactful, including some raid characters we're definitely going to need, because once you hit level 75, you get that Gear Tier 14, we're looking at demolishing Doom. We're looking at Doom Raid, I should say, getting through Doom Raid 2, and probably making our way into Doom Raid 3, because that's how impactful Gear Tier 14 is. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you navigate what you need to do when you hit level 70. This is a quite extensive list of things to do. If you have any questions about the new player experience or hitting level 70 or 65 or 60, whatever the case may be, leave it in the comment section below and I will answer you as fast as I can. But for now, stay happy, healthy, and have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.